Can you believe it's been over 20 years since Mystery Inc. solved its first live-action mystery? From Fred's fearless leadership to Shaggy's snack-fueled adventures, the Scooby-Doo 2002 cast gave us an unforgettable mix of comedy and nostalgia. But what happened to our favorite ghost-hunting gang after they left Spooky Island? Buckle up, because some of these transformations will leave you speechless. Let's start with none other than the face of Mystery Inc., Fred Jones, played by Freddie Prinze Jr. In 2002, Freddie Prinze Jr. was the ultimate heartthrob, bringing Fred Jones to life with his signature blonde locks and fearless attitude. But did you know he was already a Hollywood sensation before donning the ascot? He became a teen icon after starring in I Know What You Did Last Summer in 1997 and She's All That in 1999. His journey didn't stop there. Freddie reprised his role as Fred in Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed in 2004 before diving into TV with Boston Legal and 24. But one of his biggest surprises, he became part of the Star Wars universe, voicing Kanan Jarrus in Star Wars Rebels from 2014 to 2018. And in 2021, he launched his hit podcast, Wrestling with Freddie, where he talks about his time as a WWE writer. Fast forward to 2024 and Freddie is still making waves, starring in the upcoming film Girl in the Pool. At 48 years old, he's still got the charm, and with 1.1 million Instagram followers, fans can't get enough. Sarah Michelle Gellar played Daphne Blake. She was the brains behind the beauty, the fearless redhead in heels who never backed down from a mystery. Sarah Michelle Gellar brought Daphne Blake to life in Scooby-Doo in 2002. Making the purple-clad detective more than just a damsel in distress. But long before she was solving supernatural mysteries with Mystery Inc., she was already a force to be reckoned with. Sarah's career began early. Spotted by a talent agent as a child, she landed her first film role at just 6 years old. By the early 90s, she was turning heads as Kendall Hart on All My Children, a role that won her a Daytime Emmy Award. But her true breakout came in 1997 when she stepped into the role of Buffy Summers in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. With a stake in one hand and witty comeback in the other, she became an international icon. Then came Scooby-Doo and its sequel, Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. Fans loved seeing her and real-life husband, Freddie Prinze Jr., as Daphne and Fred. The chemistry was undeniable, and she gave Daphne a bold, fearless edge that fans hadn't seen before. After her Scooby-Doo days, Sarah took on horror and thriller roles, starring in The Grudge in 2004 and Southland Tales in 2006. She also made waves in TV, leading Ringer from 2011 to 2012, The Crazy Ones from 2013 to 2014 alongside Robin Williams, and more recently Wolfpack in 2023. But she's not just an actress. She co-founded Food Stirs, an organic baking company, and even published her own cookbooks, Stirring Up Fun with Food in 2017. And in 2024, she's back on screen in Dexter: Original Sin, proving she's still got that star power. At 47, Sarah is stunning as ever, still rocking her signature blonde hair and radiant smile. With 4.6 million Instagram followers, she shares fitness routines, behind-the-scenes moments, and glimpses of her life as a mom and entrepreneur. From a fearless vampire slayer to a Scooby-Doo legend, she's done it all, and she's still going strong. Stay tuned, because up next, we're diving into another Scooby-Doo star who's had an incredible journey. Linda Cardellini played Velma Dinkley. She wasn't just the girl in the orange sweater, she was the genius behind Mystery Inc. Linda Cardellini brought Velma Dinkley to life in Scooby-Doo and its sequel, and let's be real, she absolutely nailed it. With her jinkies moments, sharp detective skills, and iconic look, she made Velma more than just a nerdy sidekick. She made her unforgettable. But Scooby-Doo was just one piece of Linda's incredible career. Long before she put on Velma's signature glasses, Linda was already making a name for herself. She broke out in the cult classic Freaks and Geeks from 1999 to 2000, playing Lindsay Weir, a smart, rebellious teen trying to find her place. Though short-lived, the show became a fan favorite, and Linda's performance stood out. Then she landed a major role in ER from 2003 to 2009 as Samantha Taggart, a tough but compassionate nurse. And if you were a fan of Mad Men, you probably remember her as Sylvia Rosen, Don Draper's love interest. After Scooby-Doo, Linda's career skyrocketed. She starred in Brokeback Mountain in 2005, Daddy's Home in 2015 and its sequel, and even took on horror in The Curse of La Llorona in 2019. But one of her biggest surprises, joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Laura Barton, Hawkeye's wife, in Avengers Age of Ultron in 2015, Endgame in 2019, and the Disney Plus series Hawkeye. She even voiced Lilla in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in 2023. And let's not forget Dead to Me from 2019 to 2022, the hit Netflix series where she played Judy Hale, earning her a Primetime Emmy nomination. At 49, Linda is still making waves in Hollywood. With 756,000 Instagram followers, she shares behind-the-scenes moments, projects, and glimpses of her personal life. Whether it's comedy, drama, action, or even the supernatural, she's proven she can do it all. Stick around because next up we've got another Scooby-Doo star whose career took some unexpected turns. Matthew Lillard played Shaggy Rogers. Like zoinks! Matthew Lillard didn't just play Shaggy Rogers, he became him. From his laid-back voice to his hilarious expressions, he brought the character to life in Scooby-Doo and its sequel, Scooby-Doo 2 – Monsters Unleashed. Fans loved his goofy charm, endless appetite, and cowardly yet loyal personality, making his version of Shaggy one of the best live-action cartoon adaptations ever. But here's the best part, his connection to Shaggy didn't stop there. Before he joined Mystery Inc., Matthew Lillard was already making waves in Hollywood. He played the wild Stu Macher in the horror classic Scream in 1996, giving one of the most over-the-top performances in slasher history. He also starred in cult favorites like Hackers in 1995, SLC Punk in 98, and 13 Ghosts in 2001, proving he had range beyond comedy. And in case you missed it, he returned to the horror world in 2023 as William Afton in Five Nights at Freddy's, earning a new generation of fans and cementing his status as a Scream king in Hollywood. While many know him for his comedic and horror roles, Lillard has also taken on serious performances. He starred alongside George Clooney in The Descendants in 2011, played Clint Eastwood's rival in Trouble with the Curve in 2012, and even appeared in Twin Peaks: The Return in 2017. From 2018 to 2021, he played Dean Ballard in the hit TV series Good Girls, showing off his dramatic chops once again. And if that wasn't enough, he also directed his first film, Fat Kid Rules the World in 2012, proving he's got talent behind the camera too. At 56, Matthew Lillard is still as cool as ever. He's rocking his signature cap, glasses, and gray beard, and with 1.8 million Instagram followers, he keeps fans entertained with his posts. Whether he's making movies, voicing Shaggy in animated projects, or diving into horror, he's still killing it. Rowan Atkinson played Emil Mondavarius. When you hear Rowan Atkinson, you probably think of Mr. Bean or the bumbling spy Johnny English. But in 2012, he surprised audiences with a different kind of role, the mysterious Emil Mondavarius in Scooby-Doo. At first, he seemed like the friendly owner of Spooky Island, but in a classic Scooby-Doo twist, he turned out to be part of the wild villainous scheme. It was a performance unlike any other. Atkinson brought his signature expressions and comic timing, but mixed it with a sinister edge, keeping fans guessing until the big reveal. It was one of his rare roles where he played against type, and that made it unforgettable. Long before Scooby-Doo, Rowan Atkinson was already a global comedy icon. He starred with the BBB sketch show Not the 9 O'Clock News from 1979 to 1982, which won him a BAFTA award. But his real breakthrough came with Blackadder from 1983 to 89, a historical sitcom where he played a sarcastic, scheming nobleman across different eras. Then came Mr. Bean from 1990 to 1995, which changed his career forever. With almost no dialogue, Atkinson made audiences laugh worldwide just through his facial expressions and body language. The success led to two hit movies, Bean in 1997 and Mr. Bean's Holiday in 2007, as well as an animated series that ran until 2019. But Atkinson wasn't just about physical comedy. He took on more serious and action-packed roles like the clumsy but lovable spy Johnny English from 2003 to present, parodying James Bond. He even appeared in an actual Bond movie, Never Say Never Again, in 1983. He's also had unexpected dramatic roles, like playing Jules Maigret, a French detective, in the ITV series Maigret from 2016 to 2017. And let's not forget his small but scene-stealing performances in Love Actually in 2003, Rat Race in 2002, and The Lion King in 1994. Even at 70, Atkinson is still in entertainment. In 2022, he starred in the Netflix comedy Man vs. Bee, proving that his physical comedy is as sharp as ever. In 2023, he appeared in Wonka, adding another hit movie to his long list of successes. Whether he's making people laugh without a word or playing a villain in a Scooby-Doo mystery, Rowan Atkinson remains one of the greatest comedy legends of all time. Isla Fisher played Mary Jane. Back in 2002, Isla Fisher played Mary Jane, Shaggy's love interest in Scooby-Doo. With her sweet charm and easygoing personality, she seemed like the perfect match for him, especially since her name was literally Mary Jane, Shaggy's favorite name. But as with any Scooby-Doo mystery, things weren't exactly what they seemed. Fisher's role in Scooby-Doo was one of her first Hollywood films, and it helped launch her into major comedy and drama roles. She quickly became a scene stealer in hit comedies like Wedding Crashers in 2005, Confessions of a Shopaholic in 2009, and Bachelorette in 2012. But Fisher wasn't just about laughs. She proved her acting range with dramatic roles in The Great Gatsby in 2013, Now You See Me in 2013, and the intense thriller Nocturnal Animals in 2016, showing she could handle both glamour and grit on screen. Her talent extends beyond live-action films. Fisher has lent her voice to some of the most beloved animated movies, including Horton Hears a Who in 2008, Rango in 2011, Rise of the Guardians in 2012, Back to the Outback in 2021, and Dogman in 2025. Her expressive voice and comedic timing make her a natural fit for animation, bringing characters to life in a way only she can. On TV, Fisher had a memorable recurring role in Arrested Development from 2013 to 2019 and has been starring in the comedy-drama series Wolf Like Me since 2022. But acting isn't her only talent. She's also a successful author. She's written 2 young adult novels and the Marge in Charge book series, proving she has just as much skill with words as she does on screen. Now 49 years old, Isla Fisher is more popular than ever, with 1.9 million Instagram followers. She regularly posts pictures, engages with fans, and shares glimpses of her life. Whether she's acting, writing, or just being her hilarious self, she continues to shine as one of Hollywood's most versatile and beloved stars. Miguel A. Nunez Jr. played Voodoo Maestro. In Scooby-Doo, Miguel A. Nunez Jr. played the Voodoo Maestro, a mysterious and eerie character who warned the gang about Spooky Island's strange happenings. Though his role was brief, he brought his signature charisma and humor, making the character stand out in the film's supernatural setting. But Nunez was already a well-established actor before joining the Scooby-Doo cast. Throughout the 80s and 90s, he made a name for himself in horror, comedy, and action films, starring in cult classics like The Return of the Living Dead in 1985, Friday the 13th – A New Beginning in 1985, and Juwanna Mann in 2002. His work extended to television, where he starred as Jamal Jenkins in the beloved sitcom Sparks from 1996 to 1998, and had roles in hit shows like Martin, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and Hangin' with Mr. Cooper. Now 60 years old, Miguel A. Nunez Jr. is still a respected veteran in Hollywood. His career has stayed active, with recent roles in films like A Day of Trouble in 2021 and Unknown in 2022. He also continued his TV presence, appearing in BET's hit series The Family Business and other projects. Beyond acting, he's taken on producing and writing, proving his versatility in the industry. He's also a social media favorite with 924,000 Instagram followers, where he shares throwback moments, motivational posts, and behind-the-scenes glimpses of his life and career. From horror classics to laugh-out-loud comedies, Miguel A. Nunez Jr. has done it all. Whether he's playing a voodoo maestro, a comedic basketball star, or a streetwise action hero, he remains a beloved and enduring presence in Hollywood. Andrew Bryniarski played Cavern Henchman. In Scooby-Doo, Andrew Bryniarski played the Cavern Henchman, a minor but physically imposing character who fit right into Spooky Island's eerie and action-packed atmosphere. With his towering frame and intense presence, Bryniarski was the perfect choice for the role. Before Scooby-Doo, he was already known for playing tough guys and intimidating villains. Some of his standout early roles include Zangief in Street Fighter in 1994, Lobo in the Lobo Paramilitary Christmas Special in 2002, and supporting roles in films like Any Given Sunday and Pearl Harbor. However, his biggest claim to fame came shortly after Scooby-Doo, when he landed one of the most iconic horror roles of all time. At 56 years old, Bryniarski is best known for his terrifying portrayal of Leatherface in the 2003 version of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and its prequel, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning in 2006. His brutal, hulking version of Leatherface redefined the character and made him a horror legend. Though he hasn't been as active in Hollywood in recent years, he remains a fan favorite at horror conventions and makes appearances at pop culture events. He's also active on social media, engaging with fans who still love his work. From playing cavern henchman to becoming one of the scariest Leatherfaces ever, Andrew Bryniarski has left a lasting mark in action, horror, and cult cinema. His imposing screen presence and unforgettable performances make him a true genre icon. That's it for today's look at the Scooby-Doo cast, where they started and where they are now. Which actor's journey surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on your favorite stars. See you in the next one.